Matt. Now, I see what you did, and from the start, I knew you were trolling. Of course, these wokies, it's fun to troll them. But as a member of the Daily Wire, you gotta remember that you gotta uphold some sort of respect. And if you're going to troll them with an argument and compel them to engage with you in an argument that you yourself don't have any knowledge of, because you're going to pretend that mermaids aren't real, it's just false. If we're going to create a world where mermaids do exist, say this Earth, and the mermaids do live on the sea floor, what what type of creature is that? It's half human, half fish. So is it a mammal, or what type of lungs does it have? That's the question that I'm really asking. Because we see that mermaids often surface and they sit above the water. Now, marine mammals all need to, well, all creatures need oxygen, but marine mammals, they surface. So, with that being said, a creature like that going down to the depths of the ocean, if we're just going to use the logic, if we're just going to use like rationale and science, I don't understand what you think a mermaid is going to do. Like, they don't exist for a reason. Like, a creature that's like half mammal, half fish, that it's very rare that any creature like that goes to the depths of the ocean floor. A whale might, like large whales, they often dive down into trenches, and we don't really get to study what they do down there because, it's hard to observe that, especially when those pesky whales knock off the trackers for each other. They're real smart little buggers, those whales. They aren't even little, but they can withstand the pressure at the bottom of the ocean. They can withstand it pretty well, and so those creatures can go down to those depths. But I'm pretty sure you're not going to find a bottlenose dolphin or a leopard seal at the ocean floor. Like, if we're gonna argue that they are in the abyssal zone where there's absolutely no penetration of light, well, how does a creature like that even manage to go up? Like, creatures like that would die if they come to the surface. Most of the time they're gonna die because that's just how their body's supposed to be, under a different type of pressure, and so things start to collapse. And not only that, the funniest part of the argument is you brought up the flounder. The flounder, you don't know much about marine biology, or you didn't even really think to take your own argument seriously because you thought it was all frivolous and that your scientific approach mattered. But your science isn't based, because a flounder is literally a tropical fish. Like, I understand, Matt, it's all a joke, but then once you started to joke and you started to stumble over yourself once you started speaking on the science, Matt, I don't think you have too much knowledge of marine biology for you to be talking about a hypothetical mermaid. Now, me, I have tons of experience in cryptozoology, because as a young man, they put that one show on Animal Planet, or was it Discovery? It was like they were looking for mermaids, and even recently with all these icebergs, there's been a resurgence of that, and so I know a lot about hypothetical mermaids, unlike you, Matt. And I think that you shouldn't be speaking on cryptozoology so frivolously, because if we're going to create a hypothetical mermaid, then your hypothetical mermaid with opaque skin would never be seen by humans. It would always stay at the very depths of the ocean, on the ocean floor. I don't know, Matt. It's just so funny how people react. At the end of the day, it was pretty obvious that he was joking. I don't like how the the left. I don't even want to say it like that, but it's sometimes it's not the left. It's just people are pretending that this little mermaid shit really matters. A lot of people that are arguing she should stay white don't have solid arguments, and a lot of people who are arguing that they are doing something good by having black representation don't have solid arguments for that. I think some of the good points to touch on are things like the idea that instead of taking a story that was being represented by a black person with a new premise, uh, culturally about black people, the people in the movie are black, the story is from a black perspective, the writer is black. No, that's not what you did. You just casted a black character in the role for points. And you can see that Disney doesn't actually care about the initiative of social justice or black people seeking representation. That's not something that Disney cares about. It's not even about black. It's honestly more, you know how I view the white and black. I say white and black, but I really mean colored people when I say black. I don't know. I don't want to go on a whole rant because the type of people who would agree with me mostly would probably disagree with me on other things, like topics that you could segue into from here. So, Matt, overall, you just need to use more solid proof in your arguments. You gotta. You shouldn't be so frivolous because you have people like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro who are trying to at least somewhat maintain some type of stance, or even Candace Owens or that Brett Cooper lass. They all engage in more intellectually. I mean, I know, Matt, you've always been a jokester. I've watched you for a minute. I don't even dislike you. I just think that you should have used better arguments once you were defending yourself, unless you were just trolling again. I mean, the whole topic, like engaging with the whole thing seriously, is practically retarded. Sorry to use the R word. But yeah, peace out. Leave a like and subscribe or whatnot. God damn it. I can't even speak English.